Welcome to Janet's Planet, where we're traveling at the speed of thought, and today even traveling at the speed of creativity. When we think about STEAM-powered learning, the A is for arts, and Olivia and I met, of all places, in a parking lot, and she said, "Hey, I recognize you," and then she told me this great story about how she is an author, a writer. And would you like to tell everybody how old you are?
I'm 10 years old.
But here's the thing. This is her first one that Olivia wrote, called Her Nightmare. How old were you when you wrote this?
About 8.
Now, I want to know, how does an 8-year-old come up with something that's a little scary? How'd you do it?
Well, when I was very young, about 4 or 5, my parents liked reading me stories. And I mainly gravitated towards scary stories. And a few years later, I had a dream one night, and it was basically the dream in this, about some scary creature or something standing in the distance and kept on walking forward. And I woke up and I decided that it should be a story.
But it's one thing to be read to have a dream. Have you always wanted to write down what you feel or think?
Yeah. My dad, he created this idea pad that I can write down my thoughts and all that, so I can create stories.
It's super great to have a grown-up in your life that supports your dreams. Did you have any help writing, spelling the words, grammar?
Yeah, punctuation. My dad helped me out a little bit on that, but other than that, it was just me.
So other than a few commas and periods, all right, this is the one that she gave me in the parking lot that I read. It's called The Girl in the Swing, and I have to tell you, I read it in one sitting. And then the rest of the night, I thought I might have something spooky in my house. So tell everybody a little bit about the plot line of this book.
Well, so it's this girl named Ella and her family move out to the country, and they live on the top of the hill with a house, and she starts noticing that there's something going on in that house.
Something spooky going on. Mm-hmm.
A ghost, and she finds out that that ghost is a girl. And she's wondering if it's trying to scare her or trying to warn her about something.
And I have to say, in one sitting, did not want to put it down. And again, love the ending. There's a little bit of a twist. So no spoiler alert if you're interested. The author here is Olivia Sherry. You can go to the link right down there in the description. Learn more, find out how you can also purchase these and read them for yourselves. But I want to know more. You had the privilege of meeting somebody pretty famous in the kind of spooky, scary horror genre. Who was that?
R.L. Stein, who wrote the Goosebumps series.
Now, was that the book that your parents were reading to you when you were 4 or 5?
No, it was about just a bunch of Halloween stuff.
Okay, so some Halloween stories have happened, or you heard when you were young. Had you read the Goosebumps series when you met R.L. Stein?
Yes, I read it before, and I really liked this series.
So when you met him, what did you ask him, or what did he say to you?
Well, he said that after I told him that I wrote books and I gave him my first book, Her Nightmare, he said that I should always think of the ending, and then I can twist the readers and tease them. So I already know the ending, but then I can trick the readers into thinking of all these other people, but then this one last person is the real person.
Start with the ending in mind. That's kind of really beautiful. It's you can create anything if you know where you're going to go. And that's actually a really great lesson in science. So again, in science, what we do is we follow the scientific method. We ask a question, which you might go, wow, was this dream real? And then you make a hypothesis, you make a prediction about what you think is going to happen, which sounds like that you might be thinking about what the end's going to look like. And then your entire experiment is how you write the story and trick the readers and stuff. Look at here, there's science everywhere, people. STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and math. Wherever your interest may fall within all of those letters, there's a way for them to be intertwined. You've got a really interesting mind for a 10-year-old. Has anybody else ever told you that before? So again, what is your hope for the future? What genius do you hope to unleash to the world?
I want to be an author, and I want to make people want to become just like me.
Well, you know what? Ba-bam, you're already an author. You're going to be a real inspiration to others who want to write. And it is my pleasure to feature you today as my superstar of Janet's Planet. Her first book, Her Nightmare, and then The Girl in the Swing. I'll leave you with this quote. Let your mind revolve around this thought. We must let our children play. And in the middle of their play, they may find their passion. And in the middle of their passion, they may very well find their purpose. And that's the view from Janet's Planet.